We've got our very first look at Jurassic World Rebirth. A logo and 2 new images have been released showing our lead characters. We also got a full synopsis for this movie, which tells us a lot more about what we're about to see on July 2nd, 2025. Welcome back to Jurassic Outpost. Let's analyze all of this new information.
It says InGen on the side of that chopper. I don't get that. Why would Hammond said 2 teams?
Scarlett Johansson and Jonathan Bailey keep the dinosaur franchise roaring. That is according to Variety, who have detailed some of this new info. Before we look at that synopsis though, let's look straight into the new images. The first, Jonathan Bailey and Scarlett Johansson crouch in a jungle surrounded by ferns or some sort of long grass. Look at those skin tones. This is a very warm jungle and they've kept that in the images. They've kept that in the color grade. You can also make out some mountains in the background there. Jonathan Bailey plays paleontologist. The paleontologists are back. Dr. Henry Loomis, and Scarlett Johansson plays covert ops expert Zora Bennett. The second image shows us a very Jurassic looking shot. We've got Mahershala Ali holding a flare and screaming at something very big. A sign fixed to the post behind him says, "Await rescue craft here." And you might have to squint to see it, but you can make out an InGen logo. This appears to be a dock or somewhere near a marina, and where are we? Which island are we on? Is this Isla Sorna? Mahershala plays Zora's most trusted team leader in the movie, Duncan Kincaid. Alongside these 2 images, we also got a logo reveal which played over some classic Jurassic John Williams musical magic, echoing the sunset at the end of Dominion. The sun rises through a new aquamarine and gold Jurassic World logo with the Rebirth subtitle, definitely sending some sort of tropical science fiction vibes. What do you think about this logo? So let's dive into the new details because there really is a lot to uncover to talk about this plot synopsis. We also got the names of other characters here along with some new cast members joining the ranks of Jurassic World Rebirth's ever expanding cast list, so let's get into it. Universal has officially released the first look of Jurassic World Rebirth, the 7th film in the 31-year-old franchise, starring Scarlett Johansson, Jonathan Bailey, and Mahershala Ali. Gareth Edwards is directing from a script by David Koepp, who wrote the original Jurassic Park and The Lost World in '93. According to an official summary, the film will be set 5 years following the events of Jurassic World Dominion, when the planet's ecology has proven largely inhospitable to dinosaurs. Those remaining exist in isolated equatorial environments with climates resembling the one in which they once thrived. The synopsis continues, the 3 most colossal creatures within that tropical biosphere hold the key to a drug that will bring miraculous life-saving benefits to humankind. The studio also revealed details about many of the characters in the film. Johansson's character is a covert ops expert named Zora Bennett, who has been hired to lead the team extracting DNA from the 3 most gargantuan dinosaur species left alive. Ali plays Zora's partner, Duncan Kincaid, Bailey plays a paleontologist named Dr. Henry Loomis, and Rupert Friend plays Martin Krebs, the representative of the drug conglomerate funding the expedition. Philippine Velk, Belchier Sylvain, and Ed Skrein make up the rest of Zora's team. Eventually, they encounter a civilian family whose boating expedition was capsized by marauding aquatic dinosaurs, at which point everyone becomes stranded on an island where they come face to face with a sinister, shocking discovery that's been hidden from the world for decades. Manuel Garcia Rolfo plays Ruben Delgado, the father of the family that's been shipwrecked, which also includes Luna Blaze, David Iacono, and Audrina Miranda. The article finishes with Frank Marshall and Patrick Crowley producing, with Steven Spielberg, Dennis L. Stewart, and Jim Spencer, exec producers. July 2nd, 2025 is when we will get to see these characters on screen. This is very exciting. These 2 new images are certainly looking good, giving off the right kind of vibes, and now that we know more about this plot, what are you thinking about this movie? So we have learned of new characters also joining this movie. Scarlett, or I guess we should call her Zora now, has been hired to lead a team to extract DNA from the 3 most gargantuan dinosaur species left alive. I'm thinking, unless there's going to be a new giant dinosaur in this movie, that the dinosaurs they're referring to could be the T-Rex, the Spinosaurus, and potentially the Giga from Dominion. Zora's team is made up of herself, Duncan, played by Mahershala Ali, and new actors Philippine Velg, Ed Skrein, and Belchier Sylvain, who was announced only days ago. Do you remember that leaked synopsis? Something about that certainly was on the right track. We've got a special ops team of mercenaries heading to the island, whatever that might be, to recover something. In this case, recover dinosaur DNA. While on the island, they encounter a civilian family whose boating expedition was capsized by marauding aquatic dinosaurs, at which point everyone becomes stranded on the island, where they come face to face with a sinister, shocking discovery that's been hidden from the world for decades. As we had assumed, Manuel Garcia Rolfo plays the father of the family. He plays a character called Ruben, father to Luna, David, and Audrina, whose character names were not revealed. So let's discuss the plot a little bit and truly see what we can gather from it. The planet's ecology has proven largely inhospitable to dinosaurs, so after what we saw in Dominion, the dinosaurs are not thriving. Those remaining exist in isolated equatorial environments with climates resembling the one in which they once thrived. The three most colossal creatures within that tropical biosphere hold the key to a drug that will bring miraculous life-saving benefits to humankind. The justification for returning to an island is certainly becoming clear. There's definitely something either happening in the world or has happened in the world that has affected the dinosaur species, potentially other animals, and maybe even humans too, but that does remain to be seen. Those remaining definitely indicates that Dr. Ellie Sattler was right all along. We created an ecological disaster and dinosaurs can't survive in all modern environments after spreading to places across the globe. Many have likely passed in environments that were not supportive to their life, while others have probably migrated or been relocated, hunted, or otherwise. This feels like it could be a grounded way to move the Jurassic story forward after Dominion. So it says they exist in isolated equatorial environments, so basically warm environments along the equator. The three most colossal, the three biggest dinosaurs apparently hold the key to a drug that will bring miraculous life-saving benefits to humankind. What is happening to the world in Jurassic World Rebirth? The end and parts of Michael Crichton's novel The Lost World hint towards DX, a disease that affects humans brought on by the dinosaur cloning. Reading this from the Jurassic Wiki, it was theorized by Malcolm and Sarah that the genetically created dinosaurs on Sorna developed a prion-related disease called DX based on records found on the island. The young dinosaurs were being fed goat's milk, which is very hypoallergenic. The problem arose when the InGen handlers were feeding ground up sheep meat, which was not hypoallergenic, to the carnivores. The compies were scavengers and used on the island as sort of waste management by consuming the feces of other dinosaurs, thus spreading the disease over carcasses which would infect other dinosaurs when consumed. Eventually, all of the raptors became infected, as a single bite from an infected carnivore can infect other dinosaurs, which would eventually lead to the entire island dinosaur population being infected with the disease, ensuring pretty much the re-extinction of the dinosaurs. Prion diseases are of course transferable to humans. You may have heard of the term mad cow disease. That's something that actually happened. Something in this new plot synopsis is telling me that a disease, or maybe a virus, is threatening life on Earth, maybe just humans, but something bad nonetheless. Perhaps the cloning of dinosaurs has led to this disease breaking out in the world, and the world is now feeling the effects of this disease to the point where this team might be the only hope left. Or maybe not, but that would be pretty great. Having a real sense of dread that if they don't complete their mission, then all hope is lost for humanity. This synopsis will also draw comparisons to Deep Blue Sea.
You think water's fast? You should see ice.
In which scientists at an island research facility out in the ocean harvest the brain tissue of DNA-altered sharks as a possible cure for Alzheimer's disease. I think Jurassic might be going in a slightly different direction, but this is certainly an intriguing sci-fi path to go down, potentially draw inspiration from, especially for a Jurassic movie. So what do you think about the plot, the new images, and the logo? Comment your thoughts down below. Now, over the past couple of days, you may have seen new set photos and videos posted by an account called UnboxPhD. This person flew a drone over the Elstree set and revealed some of the sets being constructed there at Sky Studios. Spoilers ahead, naturally, if you don't want to see some of the sets from above. The first shows us a very Lost-style hatch, bunker entrance of some kind, some entrance surrounded by a jungle. In the next, we get a great shot showing what appears to be a facility, a very InGen looking concrete facility, although there are solar panels on this this roof. One side looks like a bunker entrance, a very Jurassic Park style construction. Now we move on to the other set. This shows us another entrance, but this time very Lara Croft inspired tomb entrance, if you will. You may remember those ancient ruins that were spotted in Thailand. This appears to be a continuation of that. There's lots of stunt work going on here. You can see whatever this is, it's an entrance. The characters climb into this giant mouth. Perhaps the island that the team has to go to is Isla Sorna, and they stumble upon the temple and the horrors that it contains there. Remember that the video game tie-in to the Lost World Trespasser showed us more of the island of Isla Sorna and revealed ancient structures there, temples, ruins. So it's been hard to not pull the comparisons here and think that maybe the island we're going to is really just Isla Sorna. The island itself hasn't actually been seen theatrically since 2001. Now these sets, as you can see, they're all set up at Sky Studios Elstree. They're making great use of the space, and honestly I can't imagine how exciting it must be to be there right now, filming the next Jurassic Park, especially with sets looking this good. I want to thank Unbox PhD for these images and videos. There's so much going on. Jurassic World Rebirth hits theaters July 2nd, 2025, and we now know a lot more about what this movie is about. But I've said enough for now. What do you think? Thank you for watching this video. Let's chat about it down below.